Okay, so as Philip said, I'm a new researcher at UCL. I've been here since January, so this is it was a challenge to find this lecture theatre. But I'm interested in systems biology, and recently I've got interested in synthetic biology. And I think these two disciplines are the foundation for the future of biology. So, what is systems biology? Well, we hear lots of different definitions, and of course some of these are subjective, or they're all subjective. But basically, what I believe systems biology is understanding biological systems using computational and mathematical modelling. And the important thing here is the double arrow here. We use experiments to inform our computational models, which we run on computers. Here's one that I purchased recently. And we then use these models to try and predict and understand biological systems, and where we go wrong, or where the models don't accurately predict the system, we go back and we change the model. So often the best way to prove that you understand the system is to try and model it mathematically. And I believe that strongly. And mathematical modelling, of course, forms the foundation of engineering and all physical sciences. And biology is moving in that direction. Okay, so often you associate with systems biology networks and large-scale data analysis. However, it is understanding the structure of biological systems, but a mirror or a dual aspect to that is understanding dynamics. As in these kinds of network diagrams, you can only do so much with these models, and they don't really have any predictive power. So in order to have predictive power, what we want is quantitative models such as differential equations and other dynamic models. Now, one way of looking at systems biology, which I think is particularly relevant to synthetic biology, is that of reverse engineering. So here's a cartoon demonstrating perhaps how reverse engineering used to be done. So that was destroy the subject and pull it apart and see what it's made of. And this is particularly relevant for me, being an ex-particle physicist. Obviously we've come much further than this now. We have much more, much more sophisticated experiments now. This is a video of an oscillator in a bacterial cell, and by tracking cells and detecting fluorescence, we can get quantitative data from these types of experiments. So the idea behind reverse engineering then is to, so this time series here represents one of the trajectories of a single cell. So the idea with systems biology for me is presented with these kinds of data. We were going to use them to inform the systems that we're trying to model. So we're going to try and infer the structure of systems using time series data or other types of data. And that's what is generally called reverse engineering, or the inverse problem, okay? And we often use statistical tools to do this. Okay, so I talked about systems biology. What about synthetic biology? Well, we just heard all about the definition of synthetic biology being the addition of these three techniques to an established set of tools from genetic engineering over the last 3 decades. But what I would call these three additions, as I would define that as forward engineering. So you can kind of see where I'm going here. Systems biology is reverse engineering, and synthetic biology is forward engineering. So, you know, these two disciplines are actually the same side. There's two different sides of the same coin. And as such, the way I think about these disciplines is synthetic biology is trying to construct a skyscraper from scratch, you know, and that's what we have here on the left. And synthetic biology is trying to infer the blueprints of the skyscraper by looking at it or prodding some bricks. So what is it that unites these? Well, it's engineering and mathematical modelling principles that unite these. And personally, well, certainly for me, the work that I do in systems biology is directly relevant to synthetic biology. And I think we'll see more of this over the next decade. In fact, really, in some sense, systems biology enabled synthetic biology to occur. So finally, I just want to make a point here, kind of philosophical point. There's a very rich history of engineering happening in tandem with science. So a great example here is steam engines. Okay, so people could build steam engines around about 100 years before people understood what thermodynamics was. And I think that's going to be the same in synthetic biology and systems biology. So by trying to build things, in this case steam engines, you know, it took people then to analyse the systems and come up with general principles of engines, such as entropy, the second law of thermodynamics. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here with synthetic biology. Okay, thanks.